I'm going to do my best to try to explain why Not Like Us means so much to so many people, because especially around here in Shasta County, I imagine there's a lot of people that don't quite understand. So I'm going to try to break this down as simple as I can. So in black culture, we have rap. Doesn't mean just black people rap, but black people definitely invented rap. That's undisputable. There's plenty of good white, Hispanic, Asian rappers out there. All kinds of people are good at rap, but black people invented it. And in rap culture, there has always been rap beefs, where one rapper has a problem with another rapper, and so they work that beef out through their lyrics. Now, sometimes that has gone to the point where words are just not enough, and rappers have been murdered and have murdered other rappers because of things said. I don't think that's what people in the rap community actually want. What they want is when things like what happened between Drake and Kendrick happened. They used their words, and they said those words into a microphone to diss the other person. Now, there's other examples of this. For example, Eminem and MGK, that was a good rap battle, good rap beef. They didn't hurt each other. They used their words, and they did their thing. Eminem won, but I'm sure there's people out there that would say MGK won. Yeah, I think Eminem won. But that's part of rap culture. So with this Kendrick and Drake beef, it comes down to something that's been brewing for several years now between these two rappers. They used to be, I don't want to say friends, but they were cool with each other. They've done music together. And I think Kendrick is the type of person that, looks and takes in a lot of information without saying everything he's thinking. And I think through the years, he has been watching who Drake is off camera in the rap scene, how Drake is someone who has taken the music of a lot of other black artists that actually grew up in like a real hood, and instead of staying in his lane, he decided to try to be something he wasn't, pretending that he was from the hood, that he was some sort of gangster. Well, Kendrick is from Compton. Drake's from a rich family in Canada. And I think what Kendrick saw was Drake was abusing not only the rap game, but other rappers, because he would basically collaborate with another artist to work on a track or an album or a feature, and then instead of actually following through with that feature or that track with that artist, Drake would basically just steal their whole flow. Like the flow, a flow is a term in rap. It's like the cadence of how the rapper raps. Most rappers have like a pretty unique sounding flow to their music. And so what Drake would do is he would take other people's flows. Now, in the beginning of Not Like Us, it starts out, mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw. So there's a lot to unpack throughout this entire song, and I'm not going to do the whole song. I would imagine that people should just go watch the music video with the lyrics and try to read what is being said while it's being said. But he says mustard on the beat, ho, and that's just DJ Mustard. That's the guy who created the beat for Not Like Us. And so it's very common for rappers to shout out their producer on any rap song. That's what that was. And then he says, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw. Debo is the bully from the movie Friday with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. He's the bully that Ice Cube had to finally beat at the end. And what Kendrick is saying, that any rap nigga is a free throw, he's saying that he has the capability to bully or beat any other rapper that comes at him. Now, I know people might think that sounds like cocky or he's being an asshole. That is just part of the rap game. That is what people want to hear. That is the whole point of a diss track, is to say, hey, I can kick your ass with my words. And so that's what that meant. And so the other thing with Drake that Kendrick was pointing out, which is why this song got so much hype, is Kendrick obviously accuses Drake of being a pedophile. Now, we don't have proof of any of this. There was no proof of it. It was used in a diss track. But knowing who Kendrick is, knowing the scene he's in, the rappers he knows, the people he speaks to, and the situations that Drake has been caught in, like there's video of him on stage kissing a 17-year-old girl. There's a part in the track where he says, "Party at the party playing with his nose now." Party is a dude's name. It's like one of Drake's crew. And what he's saying is one of your crew is doing drugs. And then he says, "Baka got a weird case. Why is he around?" Baka is another part of Drake's crew. His full rap name is Baka Not Nice. And so Kendrick is calling out that Baka's got a weird case. The implication there is that that weird case is also most likely having something to do with pedophilia or something. And that's when he says, "Why is he around certified lover boys, certified pedophiles?" So Kendrick knows what he knows, and he's not about to go through the whole process of finding all the absolute proof and witness statements and the legal system to make these claims. He said, screw all that. I'm just going to say it in a diss track, because music is protected speech. It's a form of art. And so that's why Kendrick is able to get away with that claim in music. Many states make it so that people's music can't be used against them in a court of law. So it was a very intelligent thing for Kendrick to do. Not only that, another reason that song is so popular is because it's so damn catchy. And I think part of that was sort of another subliminal diss, because diss tracks aren't usually dance tracks. You can't usually dance to a diss track. It's all about just hearing the words and listening to the beat itself, and whatever the rapper is saying. But then even in the end of Not Like Us, Kendrick's like, "Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way." I think what he was doing there is he was taking another shot at Drake, because Drake is famously known to make catchy dance music. Kendrick isn't really known for making super catchy dance music, which is why it's funny that his catchiest, danciest song of all time is a diss against Drake. And so the reason that Not Like Us became a cultural phenomenon and an icon that surpassed Drake is because Drake basically became a representation of what has been happening to black people for centuries. Someone who's lighter skinned than they are, coming along, stealing their words, their music, their ideas, and their art, and making it their own and profiting from it. That's what Drake's been doing to other black artists for years. Years and years and years. So that's why it became bigger than just being about Drake. That's why you have people like Samuel L. Jackson involved, Serena Williams, because it's not just a diss track anymore. It's a symbol. It's a symbol for oppression, and Drake just happened to be the target that Kendrick took that all out on. And that's Drake's fault, because if you didn't know this, Drake started the beef with Kendrick Lamar when he made a song called Family Matters, and that went right at Kendrick's family. And then so 45 minutes later, that's when Kendrick Lamar dropped Meet the Grams, which I think is the most devastating diss track of all time. And so that's what happened with the beef. I personally think Kendrick won the beef itself, but again, this whole Super Bowl performance, this halftime show, the song What It Means Now, means so much more than the diss track itself, than the rap beef itself. That's why Kendrick at the Super Bowl says, 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music. 40 acres and a mule, if you don't know what that means, then you need to do yourself some research on American history. So, I hope this might have helped some people. I'm sure there's better, more thought-out explanations on the internet, and I encourage people to go find them. But again, I also encourage people to go sit down, listen to the studio version of Not Like Us while reading the lyrics. That's what I wish people to do, because hopefully it will make a little bit more sense to you.